Today, in our boasted modern civilization, we are facing just exactly the same problem, just exactly the same conflict between two schools of philosophy that they faced in the earliest days of America.
The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Socrates. This seems to me to perfectly encapsulate the New Year's tradition and all the weight it holds for us as humans. While it's true that it's not completely global, the January 1st New Year is easily the most recognized celebration across the globe. So what is New Year's? Why do we celebrate it on January 1st? And what does it represent to us as a greater civilization of humanity? Ancient Babylon is the first real example of a New Year's festival. There, the first new moon after the vernal equinox, a day in late March with equal amounts of starlight and sunlight, was celebrated as the New Year's. The celebration was known as Akitu, meaning barley in Samaritan, which was harvested in the springtime. Akitu was comprised of 11 separate rituals on each of the 11 religious days, encapsulating the New Year's. Alongside the celebration of the New Year, these traditions extended to the defeat of the evil ocean goddess Tiamat by way of the sky god Marduk. This defeat of evil brought about an annual cultural upheaval, reinvigorating both religious, political, and economic interest within the city. This period of the New Year, also in Babylonian culture, saw the crowning of every new king, who was the centerpiece of power within the civilization. The next general progression of the New Year's tradition came when Julius Caesar instituted January 1st as the start of the New Year, alongside his Julian calendar in January, which was named after Janus, the Roman god of beginnings. These themes of new beginnings and fresh starts have become the central distinction of the holiday as it's modernized into the 21st century. And although the Roman Empire and Julius Caesar certainly were powerful, through good doses of inhumanity, I may add, they still were not able to standardize January 1st as the New Year permanently. And for a few hundred years, the New Year's celebration continued to move throughout the winter holiday season. That is until 1582, when Pope Gregory XIII implemented the Gregorian calendar named after himself. That being said, there was no astronomical reason for Pope Gregory XIII making January 1st the New Year again. And while the Gregorian calendar certainly has contributed to the globalization of January 1st as the New Year celebration, certain religions do hold their own New Year's Day, such as Judaism holding their New Year's Rosh Hashanah between September and October, or the Chinese New Year, which typically falls between January 21st and February 20th. And furthermore, the Islamic New Year heavily depends on the year of celebration. It moves consistently. Even past certain religious New Year celebrations, there are still countries that do not abide by the January 1st celebration. Today, nearly every global market, as I've said, recognizes it, with the exception of Ethiopia, Afghanistan, Iran, Nepal, and Saudi Arabia, which adhere to their own New Year celebrations separate of the global January 1st tradition. But beyond dates and histories, the celebration of the New Year offers a glimpse at the most primal of feelings, our will to survive. On New Year's, we were able to celebrate yet another trip around the sun with our loved ones. This gratification of survival gives us something to rally around, almost to say, we made it around the sun again. So New Year's is far less about a date or an astronomical event, but rather humanity as a whole talking about a moment to be grateful for the life we lived, as well as all that awaits us in our future. And for the future of us all, we better get educated and find solutions.